To each their own. Wow, we'll see what happens.
Yes,
we'll follow up for sure.
Yes, I think there will be a follow-up here. All right, well, a man seen yelling racist rants at a Nevada airport is caught on camera. What the victim is saying to police.
Also, the city of Chicago could be changing airline policies after that doctor, you remember, was dragged off the United airplane.
Hi, I'm Frank Marino from Divas Las Vegas. Don't touch that dial because the dish in the dirt about last night's Dancing with the Stars is coming up on 13 Action News midday.
Well, Arkansas deputies right now are searching for a suspect after a man was shot in the head with an arrow. Now, thankfully, that person right now is in good condition. Investigators say that there was a dispute over some personal property, and that may have led up to the violence.
Well, lawmakers in Chicago are considering a measure to change who can remove a passenger from a plane. The measure comes after that passenger was violently dragged off a United Airlines flight just last month in Chicago. Under the proposed measure, all Chicago city employees, including aviation police, would be barred from boarding unless it's a criminal matter or a medical emergency. Well, President Trump has landed in Italy this morning, and we'll tell you about his plans while visiting Rome after his first foreign trip as president continues.
And it's every person's dream. Pick up a bargain at a garage sale, then years later find out that it's worth a lot more than you could have imagined. It happened in London. It involves the price tag of this diamond. What a story.
Tonight.
Well, President Donald Trump landed in Italy about an hour ago after spending a final day in Israel and the West Bank.
Yeah, but the continuing controversy on Russia's alleged meddling in the 2016 presidential election continues to shadow the president on his overseas travel. And ABC's Elizabeth Herr has the latest now from Washington.
Hoping to reignite peace talks between the Israelis and Palestinians, President Trump met with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in Bethlehem.
I extend my hand to you to be your partner,
where the two leaders pledged their commitment to do their part.
I intend to do everything I can to help them achieve that goal.
The two-day trip to Israel coming to a close with President Trump and the first family attending this memorial for Holocaust victims at Yad Vashem. Meanwhile, back in Washington, the president still cannot shake the links between his campaign and Russia.
It should be clear to everyone that Russia brazenly interfered in our 2016 presidential election process.
Russian meddling in the election forging ahead on Capitol Hill.
President Trump asked two of the nation's top intelligence officials in March to help him push back against an FBI investigation into possible coordination between his campaign and the Russian government. Is that an accurate reporting?
It's not appropriate for me to comment publicly on any of that.
President Trump's director of national intelligence declined to respond to new accusations first reported in the Washington Post that he tried to discredit the FBI's investigation into Russians' interference in the election and possible collusion with his campaign.
ABC News has confirmed President Trump also asked NSA Director Mike Rogers to do the same, but he refused, deeming it inappropriate. And the White House says it will not confirm or deny claims based on illegal leaks. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, Washington.
All right, well, a reminder, if you live in Henderson, today is the last day to register to vote in the municipal general election. You can register to vote online or in person at the Henderson City Clerk's office. They are open until 9 o'clock today, 9 p.m.
All right, Justin, we are looking at a week-long full of hot temperatures here.
Yeah, we're going for triple digits today as well as tomorrow, and then we're going to try to bring them back maybe just in time for Memorial Day. Perfect. But we've got some really nice news with respect to the upcoming holiday weekend. I know it's several days away, but at this point in time, looks like the wind will be fairly well behaved for your Memorial Day weekend plans. Outside today, the wind is not a big factor either, so that's good. Temperature is already heating up. 95 up in Centennial Hills, mid-80s in Summerlin, upper 80s at McCarran, sitting right at 90 in Anthem, 93 now in the Southern Highlands. Whitney Ranch, also one of the hot spots around the valley, right along the 95 on the east side of town. 96 Whitney Ranch at the moment. So far this year, so good with respect to triple-digit heat. We've only had one day at 100, and that was earlier this month. Well, with today's forecast and tomorrow's forecast, I think we're going to add to that tally. Here's a great look out toward Red Rock with our Valley View cam. What a nice shot of the different colors you see when you peer out to the west along the Spring Mountains. 100 is my forecast today. today. The average is 91, so almost 10 degrees hotter than average. 107 is the record, so we're not going to get close, thankfully, to that record high temperature. A lot of sunshine expected through the afternoon. Clear sky this evening, so temperatures will be the big focus. It should be 93 next hour, 97 at 3 p.m., still around 97 at 6 p.m., and temperatures an hour or so after dark at 9 o'clock, still around 91 degrees. So yeah, the air conditioner earning its keep this afternoon into parts of this evening. Our forecast: 100 in North Las Vegas, 101 in Henderson, 100 in Overton. One of the hot spots here in southern Nevada, Laughlin. You got lower elevation down along the Colorado River Valley, so that's the main reason that you're always a bit hotter than the rest of us down in Laughlin. So the winds today should be light, which is great. 5-mile-per-hour breeze, maybe 10-mile-per-hour breeze from time to time. That changes tomorrow afternoon. This is 3 p.m. Wednesday. A southwest wind at 16 miles per hour in Las Vegas could gust to 30 or 35 miles per hour. When you've got a wind coming from the southwest, it warms as it descends along the mountains on the south and west side of the valley. So that's another reason that we think tomorrow will be a little hotter than today. And those winds will stay with us through the second half of the week. 35-mile-per-hour gust through Thursday as well as Friday. But like I hinted at, I think the winds will die down just in time for a great Memorial Day weekend. I will keep the heat going. Triple digits today and tomorrow. Mid-90s Thursday, about 90 Friday into Saturday, 95 Sunday. Right now, Memorial Day, we've got 99. Guys would not be shocked if we have to bump that up to the triple digits for Memorial Day Monday.
All right, thanks, Justin. While we continue to monitor developments from Manchester this midday, after the break, we're going to hear from some witnesses who actually saw the bombing happen.
And also, we take a look at the symbolism behind why terrorists pick these soft targets.
Well, more now on the Manchester bombing attack that killed 22 people.
And ABC's chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross reports on why the soft targets are symbolic.
It was less than a year ago, on a crowded Saturday night at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida, when an ISIS-inspired gunman easily got past limited security and opened fire. 49 people died in the worst mass shooting in U.S. history. In Paris, ISIS orchestrated the attack on a soccer stadium and the Bataclan concert hall, where a popular American rock band was performing. More than 130 people were killed, a perfect target for the terrorists.
These are targets that represent Western civilization, which they see as lascivious, which they see as counter to their very strict version of Islam.
Both ISIS and Al-Qaeda have been posting calls for their followers to attack large gatherings any way they can. Just 2 months ago, there was the attack with a driver mowing down pedestrians on the sidewalk of the Parliament Bridge in London. And earlier, the truck attack in Nice, France on Bastille Day.
Oh my God.
This morning, officials in Great Britain say the Manchester attack with a suicide bomb showed more planning and sophistication.
It could be that there are people who helped this bomb maker make the bomb. But it's also possible that an individual could be self-activated by going on the internet and learning how to make the bomb all by himself.
And that was Brian Ross reporting. Now, ABC News spoke with people who were there at the concert describing the terrifying moments.
Well, the lights come on and we assumed, all right, the concert's over, so let's go. And all of a sudden, we were like leaving to go down the steps, and then we heard the explosion.
Then everyone started panicking, saying, no, there's a bomb. And then we did think about it, and it was a massive bang. It was louder than a firework. And we did feel a shake when we were about to leave the arena. And so we didn't know what to do, because obviously people all like stood there crying, and we just looked at each other like, what do we do? Do we go out? Do we stay here? We went out of the doors, and then we saw smoke everywhere, and I looked to my right and there was just a decomposed body. It was just, all you could see was just flesh.
What a shame. You know, so many of those people who were at that concert were younger, you know, children and kids. Many of them might have been their first concert experience, and for them to have that,
it's terrible.
It's awful.
The memory they're going to have, and one of the children killed was 8 years old, so young. So terrible, terrible news. Well, a racist rant caught on camera at a Nevada airport. Why this man takes out his frustration at a passenger making a phone call.
And also the holiday weekend is coming up, and we have a recall out there that could cause you some harm if you eat it.
From fabulous to, well, not so fabulous, I'm Frank Marino from Divas Las Vegas, and we'll talk Dancing with the Stars next on 13 Action News Midday.
News. Now, from Las Vegas, this is 13 Action News live at midday.
And right now on Action News Live at midday, MGM is setting straight rumors that they are shutting down the famous Bellagio fountains.
Because I did the crime of talking to my mother in Spanish, because that's the language she speaks.
It is a crime.
Also, a man seen in this video could be heard throwing a racist rant at a Nevada airport.
But first, so many panicked when the explosion went off at the Ariana Grande concert at Manchester Arena in the UK. And right now, children and their parents, they are still desperately searching for each other.
That's right. And a lot of them are using social media to try and find their loved ones. ABC's Amy Robach is in Manchester with the search.
This morning, a heartbreaking scene as hundreds of parents search for their children. After an explosive device tore through Manchester Arena.
This is my daughter, Olivia.
Charlotte Campbell fearful because she has not heard from her 15-year-old daughter since the concert ended.
Please, please, somebody must have seen her at some point. Just let me know you've seen her.
Children as young as 8 still unaccounted for as authorities try to frantically reunite families. At least 50 teenagers taken to a nearby hotel.
So there was a lot of screaming and a lot of parents trying to sort their families together and keeping all the groups.
This young girl seen here wrapped in a blanket, escorted to safety by a police officer.
A lot of children were there without parents. There was no one to calm them down, so everybody was just screaming and crying and pushing.
Many taking to social media, posting pictures of the missing, asking for help. For some, the social media pleas are working. This tweet indicating all of these people have been found, let's keep going. And another tweet, one mother saying this morning she is relieved to have her daughter back home.
And that was Amy Robach reporting. Now, many celebrities are reacting to the sad news this morning, of course. And singer and British pop icon Matt Goss talked with 13 Action News about the attack. Goss had a show here in Las Vegas for years and lives here now, but he's from London and he's scheduled to perform at the Manchester Arena in August.
This world should be able to be a place where you can go and see somebody sing without the fear of you losing somebody. I mean, it's so...
Well, he also tells 13 Action News that he has no plans to cancel his show in Manchester this summer.
I will be at Manchester Arena, and I'm more determined to play that arena now. It is an act of terrorism.
Well, we will follow the latest updates, of course, on this story on air and online at ktnv.com. You can get much more information.
And also at midday, the father of the teen killed in Times Square last week has left a touching thank you note for first responders. Tom Ellsman left this note here at a memorial to honor his 18-year-old daughter, Alyssa. She was killed when a driver plowed through pedestrians. 20 others were injured. Well, in the note, he thanks police and medical staff who helped his daughter, as well as the countless others who have left condolences to his family. The driver of that car who ran Alyssa over has been arraigned on multiple charges, including murder.
Well, back here at home, a junior at Desert Pines High School is making a miraculous recovery after she nearly died from a stroke. 16-year-old Cynthia Durantes says that she was fine one day but woke up the next day with a painful headache. Well, her family says that the stroke was caused by internal bleeding on her brain that could have easily killed her. There will be a car wash at Desert Pines this Saturday to help donate the family with some medical bills, help them pay for those. You can find more information and ways to help on our website, ktnv.com. So should be a good weekend for a car wash. Everyone get out and help out.
Yeah, without much wind in the forecast. I mean, that's really what the problem, usually what the problem is around these parts.
Seems
is the
like
wind.
it.
Early expectations are for the winds to be under 15 miles per hour for your weekend. But hold on, I'm just getting word in that it is Tuesday and we have a long way to go until the weekend is here. Sunshine outside right now on the Valley View camera. We've got winds, hey, today a non-issue. Actually, it's calm right now at McCarran. It doesn't happen all that often. A little 6-mile-per-hour breeze at Nellis, so less wind than yesterday, but I think more heat than yesterday. We're 89 officially, 90 in Anthem, 91 Boulder City, sitting at 92 in Henderson. Here's your weather timeline. Oh boy, we never like to see these reds give way to purples. That means upper 90s are anticipated through the afternoon. Looks like high temperatures will probably hit the triple digits in several neighborhoods across the valley. I'll let you know when that happens and what neighborhoods are going to be up around 100 coming up in just a moment, guys.
All right, thanks, Justin. Well, here's some video out of Texas showing the damage left behind following a powerful storm there. Check this out. The storms damaged homes and cars and knocked down trees in the city of Stafford, Texas. A local nursery also got hit with 5 greenhouses completely destroyed. Look at that. The owner estimated damage at between $100,000 and $200,000. A witness in the Galveston area reported seeing a tornado, too. The National Weather Service has not confirmed any twisters yet.
And right now, MGM is denying rumors that it plans to get rid of the Bellagio fountains. An article published by Robin Leach said that MGM Resorts International plans to replace the iconic fountains with restaurants and shopping. And the founder of a popular blog, VitalLasVegas.com, Scott Robin, is also weighing in, saying that there has definitely been talk of the project, but nothing confirmed. But again, the MGM right now completely denying that plan. Well, a wheelchair-bound man at the Reno Tahoe International Airport is caught on video making some racist remarks.
Yeah, it was a man speaking Spanish to his mother on the phone while waiting to board his plane. Check it out.
Because I did the crime of talking to my mother in Spanish because that's the language she speaks.
It is a crime. Now you're recording me.
Because you just assaulted me. You know that, right?
I just assaulted you. I don't feel it.
Well, when police arrived, Torres decided against pressing charges, and the 2 men did not get on the same flight. The altercation is now under investigation.
All right, well, now to a recall from Contact 13. As you start planning your Memorial Day weekend, you may want to look carefully before you pick up some hot dogs. Some Nathan's Skinless and Curtis Beefmaster Beef Franks right now are being recalled. They may contain metal fragments. Now, the problem was discovered after the company received some complaints. Now, if you do have them, you're being told to either throw them out or return them to the store for a refund.
Beefmaster. Well, in today's Healthy Living Report, drinking just 1 alcoholic beverage can increase a woman's risk for breast cancer. That's according to a report from the American Institute for Cancer Research and World Cancer Research Fund. Now, they found having just 10 grams of alcohol per day increased breast cancer risk by 5% in premenopausal women and 9% for postmenopausal women. The standard drink has 14 grams of alcohol. Researchers say you can lower your risk with vigorous exercise, so keep that in mind.
All right, well, the Golden State Warriors, they are moving on the NBA Finals here. Now, this is the 3rd year in a row that they've made it this far.
They're pretty good. They swept the San Antonio Spurs in the playoffs, winning Game 4 last night.
For Game 4. Spurs trying to force a Game 5. Curry steps back and rattles home the 3-pointer.
Yeah, his name is Mr. Curry, and he is pretty good. His Warriors right now 12-0 in the playoffs this season. They are now the first NBA team in history to ever have that record in the postseason.
They were fantastic, and you know, they did it with class. So hats off to them.
You know, every moment is definitely important, and you want to embrace it and enjoy it. We're excited, but you know, we're not satisfied.
All right, Game 1 of the finals is set for June 1st. They will play either the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Boston Celtics. All right, well, the Bachelorette kicked off its new season last night, and Bachelorette Rachel Lindsay didn't waste any time getting to know the guys.
I definitely didn't want to kiss someone the first night. I wasn't going to initiate it, and I think that if he had talked to me about it, I probably would have said no.
Oh, but there it is. Lindsay saying, though, she does not regret kissing Brian there on their first night. And we can tell you that she does get engaged at the end of the season. Cliffhanger here is to whom? We'll see.
Can we show that at 11:38 a.m.?
Yeah,
wow,
we just did.
All right. Well, we are just hours away from Dancing with the Stars, the finale, the cuts. The finale was last night. The final 3 went head-to-head for part 1 last night. Now, for the first time ever, we got to go behind the scenes of their last rehearsals. ABC's TJ Holmes was there.
Dancers burning up the ballroom before the final decision. Rashad and Emma brought the judges to their feet as the finalists performed their long-awaited freestyles. David and Lindsay knocked it out of the park with their hip-hop inspired dance. While Normani and Val showed us exactly what we needed with their heartfelt duet.
Just breathtaking.
But it was Rashad and Emma's Uptown Funk that catapulted them to the top of the leaderboard.
Sensational!
But the glory of Freestyle Glow...
It feels good. Yeah, it feels good.
Quickly faded after the show.
We've got a dance to learn.
Yes, we do.
The finalists find out their next dance and music with less than 24 hours to go.
Do you know what you're doing for the finale yet?
No.
I'm gonna look beautiful.
I'm gonna look beautiful too. They call it a 24-hour fusion dance for
Not 24 hours.
This is officially our final dance together as Team Lady in the Grams. I'm seriously the most emotional person in the world.
That's love right there. Look at that relationship that's developed. He's tying your shoes.
What did you have to work with? Did you have, actually, it was a good starting point.
It was hard. It was hard. I went back to the drawing board. We met and I was like, okay, plan B.
But when this season started, how many of you all would have put these three in the top 5 when the season started?
Not me.
It is wide open. Anyone can win, anyone can lose. And it's going to be a spectacular show.
All right, that's TJ Holmes reporting, but we have our own take because
Yes,
Frank Marino from Divas Las Vegas is in the studio. He has some decorative things for us to wear and celebrate the finale. We'll get his take on last night's Dancing with the Stars coming up.
Yeah, another boring moment when Frank is here. Also, Kat right now is Instagram famous for being so cute, but her owner is apparently using this exposure for something else.
If you live down toward Anthem, the Southern Highlands, Summerlin, you will not hit the triple digits today, but you certainly will from Las Vegas to the east. Henderson, Sunrise, Manor, North Las Vegas. Hundreds are coming for you. I'll let you know how long they last and when the strong winds are back in your forecast next.